Is your mindset about your past holding you back from future success?
Well, that's what we're talking about today here on My Sober Truth. Well, it's June 19th, and it's time for another double shot from My Sober Truth. So, Sean, it's all about mindset today.
Yeah.
You know, when the title doesn't say mindset, but when you get into the reading today, it's all about that mindset.
Regeneration mindset.
Change in this. We've talked about this so many times, and you know this is my jam. I'm convinced that you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Absolutely. I mean, if you couldn't, I don't believe I'd be sitting here.
Exactly. So we began this by asking the question, is your mindset about the past holding you back from future success?
Right.
And so let's talk about that. You know, again, we can talk about this for hours because we know one's mindset can set someone up for success or derail them.
Absolutely.
And so in recovery terms, depending on where you're at in the journey, how important is getting your mindset dialed in to this whole journey?
Well, I can't really overemphasize it. The thing I do want to talk about is it doesn't happen all at once. You don't just jump in and one day you're changed.
Right.
It's a process. We talk about this all the time. You come to believe in this process.
Right.
And for me, being a fairly skeptical person, I had to come to believe by seeing it work.
Gotcha.
And I watched it work in other people's lives, and there's some definite validity to me watching that and watching it happen for other people. But then there's also this little guy in my head telling me, hey, it worked for them. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Right.
So I still have this skeptical sense, but I've been doing it long enough now that it has kind of become second nature to me.
Right.
I can't sit here and tell you I never get mad. I can't sit here and tell you I never get frustrated. But the regeneration and the renewal part of that, this big part of that is the fact that I call myself out now. I realize it really quickly when I'm kind of going down that wrong path that I don't really want to be on.
Right.
And I realize that my head is going to a place that I don't want it to be.
Right.
And I'm able to kind of use the tools that I've been taught to reel myself back in and take. And usually when I say I'm using the tools, really what I'm talking about is I'm just trying to reassess what's really going on here. Am I really mad at this person in traffic? No, I've probably got other stuff going on. I'm frustrated because I'm running late.
Right.
I have other things going on. Am I really upset at a friend or a neighbor or an acquaintance or a loved one?
Right.
Truth is, maybe I am upset about that thing, but there's probably also some underlying issues.
Right.
And what I have to do is start asking myself these real honest questions. And luckily I've been able to do that. I've been able to learn this kind of method of questioning myself, where I used to question everything else.
Right.
I was taught early on by my sponsor, every time I point at somebody, there's three fingers pointing back at me.
Correct.
So I really need to look at my part that I'm playing in whatever situation is going on.
Exactly. We get to that whole renewing your mindset sort of situations, and people just get overwhelmed by it.
It's easy to do.
Yeah. And especially when you have entrenched mindsets that are based on your past.
Yeah.
And especially things in your past that led up to you falling into addiction in the first place.
Right.
Those are well-worn pathways in your brain, but there's been so much science over the last few years that shows you can change the way you think.
Right.
And that one aspect, changing a simple thing, changes so many other things in your life.
There's different people that I've heard talk about these issues about changing those ways that you think. And, I've heard 18 days to form a habit, 21 days, 45 days to form a habit, whatever it is. I absolutely believe that you can reform your habits.
Absolutely.
You have to just do the things. And the thing that's so wonderful about this program for me is it works. So if I can just make myself do these things that are suggested, it works in a big enough way that there's no doubt in my mind what's going on here. Do I still question myself sometimes? Do I still have those nagging? Yeah, of course I do.
I think everybody
I'm
does.
a human being.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I've had enough success at it that I also know that it works. And if I'll just get out of my own way
Right.
and allow it to work, life gets pretty good. So
That's so good. That's so good. You know, we could talk about mindsets for hours and
Yes.
hours and hours. So as we're wrapping up, Sean, what I want to do is ask our viewers the same question I just asked you. So folks, how has your mindset changed about your past since starting your recovery journey? We'd love to hear what you have to say, and who knows, it just might encourage somebody else along the way today. And on that note, for My Sober Truth, I'm Mark.
hey, and I'm Sean, and here's hoping that you stay drunk with success.
Bye.
Love y'all.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you're thirsty for another round, then belly on up to mysobertruth.com and click on the double shot button today. There you'll find the encouragement, inspiration, and support that'll help you stay clean, on track, and prospering in every area of your life. Take a moment to subscribe to this channel, and if you got a minute, stick around. Let's watch another video together.